And next up, put your hands together for Shaun. No, okay. Thanks for having us, folks. I thought it'd be more scary dressed up people here tonight, because it's a kind of Halloween thing. Was it Becky or somebody said, yes, should we dress up? And I thought, well, Lady Alba's in the room, so what's the point of even trying to compete with her? Anyway, we're all poets and musos, we all like to think outside the box, and we're all yesers, we all like to be a bit rebellious, so I thought, I'm not dressing up, I'm going to dress down, if that's alright. At the end of the day, when it's time to unwind and time to take stock, to face all that life has thrown at you, when it's time to run down the clock. Because the day has given you a kicking, downtrodden is how you feel. There's an empty feeling about your soul. And will your pride ever totally heal? I would say it's getting better, but it doesn't get better. See, you want to buckle under a strain. Because you feel that nobody's on your side. But you can't. You just keep quiet and you belt up and you keep it zipped and keep it on your stride. Because you feel that your talent has gone to waste and arseholes are giving you cheek. Maybe your work life is a pain in the butt and your career's going right up shit creek. Anyway, see, you feel you're living your life in your knees and things aren't going just as you planned it. You're on your last legs, you're dying in your feet, and I wonder how much longer can you stand it. Or maybe the girlfriend. Maybe she's sticking in your throat. Maybe you're fed up with swallowing her crap. You're fed up with being stuck in her noose and feeling you're trapped and trying to escape her trap. Or maybe she's gone for a jugular. She's giving you the cold shoulder and you're feeling shirty. Maybe you've just kind of drifted apart and her bastard lawyer's playing dirty. Until I don't usually dress up. See, the thing is, bruised and battered, your pride is hurt. Life is a bitch and she treats you like dirt, but you'll live to fight on another day, and till then you're just going to sleep all your cares away. You'll have release and respite from a restful night, and refreshed and revised to resume the fight. Because now, you're itching to hit a sack. And like a bouncy ball, tomorrow you'll bounce right back. Because then you remember that you're still the man. You're a martial master of the 100th Dan. You're a hero filled with strength and courage, because you're going to finish your day on that final flourish. And so what? So what if the Queen of Hearts has had you chucked? So what if it feels you've been abandoned by Lady Luck? So what if even Mother Nature's judgment sucks? Because you no longer give a fuck. You see, you don't care anymore that even your guardian angel has binned you. Because you can finish your day with that flourish. You can finish your day when you kick your kicks off. You're a fucking ninja. So, thanks for dressing up, everybody. Anyway, if I feel like a total plum, I might as well just go for it. But, I'll do something kind of cultural and educational, if that's alright. There we go. What's the bulldog clip? Okay, who needs bulldog clips? In the second city of the empire stands a proud, majestic and mighty martial steed, a sentinel and pedestal of granite grand, a fine stallion of noble and thorough breed. Atop gleaming bronze flanks, the Iron Duke is in command, with a mad mental plastic core on his big stupid metal heat. See, some man gets hilarious, some man gets uncultured and crass, due dignity, deserving derision, depends on your view of the past. A lovely sculpture, don't get me wrong, and that's all about perspective. But history too is your point of view, and opinions are all subjective. See, some see it as wanton vandalism. The copy issued a directive. They saw the carry on as a safety risk and they got a bit overprotective. The city fathers' viewpoint was they couldn't see the joke. The way I see it, his very presence here is enough to give me the book. See, some see a defender of the faith, a protector of the realm. Others see a grandiose aggressor, the opposite view for them. Was he keeping foreign hordes at bay? Was he keeping our little islands from harm? Or was he just an old Etonian bully boy, a boorish warmonger and bam? He was an ally to Austrians and Prussians and all men Teutonic, and alongside Dutch and Russians he fought in Napoleonic. Infamous in India, celebrated in Spain, popular with the Portuguese, detested by the Danes. Well, like any renowned warlord, it was ours that paid for his fame. Cursed by the survivors and praised by the slain. He was idolised by imperialists for his expansionist gains and multilaterally admired for his military brain. Quoted by militarians, historians and strategians, but what did he mean to your average Glaswegian? Baby Arthur Wellesley became the first Duke of Wellington. His daddy was only the first Duke of Mornington. The Earl of Dungannon was granda on the side of his mother, and the Governor-General of India, that was his big brother. So there's a pedigree of a big pokey hat. Sure any common Keeley can relate to all that. And although he was born in Dublin City Fair, being referred to Irish he just couldn't bear, because that threw up pictures of cultures and deference, and he wanted an impression of culture and dominance. So he insisted he was British. That was his preference. I'm his wee pal Napoleon here. Viva la difference. See, he's a reactionary Tory, protecting the gentry, conserving the fortunes of those that had plenty. Because when along came a bill for a fair electoral system, he resigned his office rather than let that past him. And some of his countrymen viewed him as a traitor when he returned to Ireland several years later. After his first wee gig here as the MP for Trim, he governed the whole island on behalf of the King. Aye, he swapped the soldiering for the politics game. His ticket to Westminster was his wealth and his fame. Via that rotten process that was the rotten boroughs, the old boys' network looking after one another. He was so averse to equality in this great nation that he even waged war at home against Jewish emancipation. So, belligerent, high-born gent, anti-Semitic, intolerant, arrogant and anti-democratic. But the kings of the day loved him. They were the critics, and Sir Robert Peel, he thought he was terrific. See, by the heads of the empire, he was highly regarded, so for spearheading the empire, he was duly rewarded. I give you. His Grace the Duke of Wellington, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, of the Cinque Ports, named Lord Warden, the Constable of the Tower of London, Colonel of the Grenadier Guards and Leader of the House of Lords, Commander of the British Army and Leader of the Tory Party, Member for Trim in the House of Parliament and Colonel of the 33rd Regiment, Governor of Plymouth and Ireland both, Knight of the Most Noble Order of the Bath, Knight of the Most Noble Order of the Garter and of the Royal Guelphic Military Order, HM Government's Foreign Secretary, Honorary Fellow of the Royal Society, Master General of Ordnance and Field Marshal, His Majesty's Most Honourable Privy Council. So, that was his roll of honour bestowed by the throne. But in the west of Scotland, it's just some cunt with a cone. Look, he was well enough lauded and lionised while he was living, so can Latter-day revellers just all be forgiven for some light-hearted irreverent crowning some Duke who had his life surrounded by sycophants and souks. And by the way, see this Iron Duke? This is a river that spawned the Iron Giants, the towering gantries and crans that lined its banks and serried ranks, that moved the world with iron horses, with tin lizzies and big ironclads. Now it's dredged for fine crafts, the dreadnought hulks, for miles and miles of yards. But now it's graven docks dead and scuttled sheds and abandoned to the past. Skills dying and trades cast aside, and the dies are irreversibly cast. There's local men trusting the scrap heap, and industries condemned to history, but we keep this golden boy immortal in bronze and polished for posterity. He's an imported object of worship, somebody else's golden cow. We used to export excellence, a reputation tarnished now. Forges, foundries, furnaces, economic flame and melt it down, and we keep a brass-necked Tory bastard that was born with a silver spoon. Anyway, here's my cool plan. To make hundreds and thousands. To sweeten up our City Chambers meanies. We can keep it going. On a Duke's Heed, we get it sponsored by Nardinis. I don't know, as I say, I thought it was a kind of a Halloween theme, so I just decided to be fucking stupid tonight. But I'm hearing quite a bit of yes stuff going on as well, so I take it there's a few butterflies in the room, eh? I'm going to a stupid mode now. The butterfly effect, I'd heard of, but I'd never quite believed in. I couldn't get my head around that abstract theory. How the fragile, wee, flimsy things fluttering and flapping could kickstart a hurricane to alter the course of history. The peaceful movement of wee creatures causing such a commotion. I couldn't imagine that perfect storm. Never thought I'd see it in action. Rock the wind in the clear day's dawning. Blaws the clouds, he'll stir gaudy o'er the bay. But there's mair nor a rock wind blowing through the great glen o' the world today. Was a wee whisper first wafting among us, awakening senses, groundswell gathering to gale force into great irresistible gusts. Strong winds of change that blew, a fresh cleansing breeze that swept away old cobwebs and unsettled the dust. It whipped and it whirled and it skelped and it skirled, shook the population, braced our bodies and filled our ears. A breath of fresh air that filled our lungs, caused our hearts to beat stronger, and forced our eyes to stay open, unblinking till we were near to tears. Gone the brooding umbrage, no more to be kept quiet in the dark. The clouds were blown away and we could see clearly at last. We saw the end of threatening atmosphere, grey and austere. We saw the sky that was our limit, no longer overcast. Transformed from sluggish, crawling beings hidden in the shadows, a magical metamorphosis, the old rigid chrysalis broken. No longer encumbered and trapped by papery pulp, no more cocooned in the dark, our wings and eyes wide open. We found our wings, we found our courage, we saw our destiny too, an endless, unbroken vista of beautiful saltire blue. It's a thought that we gather rodents, all the rogues that gang gallus fresh and gay, tag the road and seek other loanings, with their ill ploys they sport and play. 'Cause this breeze chilled the bones of the hunters and the captors, the thieving magpies and the proud strutting peacocks, the leeching parasites and the angry raptors, the swarming wasps and the warlike hawks. They flocked and circled and chased and harried, and aye they cruisely crawed. Some hovered with menace and preyed in the old, scarily swooping and screeching. Some cackled they'd fly away forever, migrate and nest abroad. Some sang to us in a courtship display, lavishly preening and beseeching. 'Cause they were afraid of the beautiful creatures who dared to fly. In their God-given heavens, their territory, their hunting ground. They wanted it all, their greed as boundless as those skies. Butterfly collectors believing that butterflies should stay pinned down. And hackles up and feathers ruffled, they did what they had to do. Anything but share that unbroken vista of beautiful saltire blue. Remorseless and relentless they cleared the skies. They swatted down the flock of bright wee butterflies. But just for one day. Those who didn't believe in flying stayed crushed. Those that they terrorised. But many more, having tasted the sweet nectar, are now forever energised. to dance and spread the pollen around, to germinate and catch, and day by day see more new brave, wee bright wee butterflies hatch. There's too many to crush. There's too many to pin down. There's too many like me and you. And soon we'll fill that unbroken vista of beautiful saltire blue. Sorry, I'm getting there.